Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Better Wethersfield, another edition of our great show. And we do have a great show tonight. We are going to be talking about Safe Grad, and we've got some committee chairs here to talk about the Wethersfield High School Safe Graduation 2014. And we've got so much to talk about, lots of great stuff that we want everyone to hear about. So without further ado, I'm going to have the committee chairs introduce themselves, and we're going to get talking about the program this year. Hi, Michelle.
Hi. It's so great to be here. Thank you.
And this is Michelle Lavoie. Mm-hmm. And what is your position on Safe Grad?
Executive Chair.
Okay. So tell us about Safe Grad.
Well, for me, life is all about choices. And as parents, we spend most of our time trying to impress upon our kids to make good choices. Well, Safe Grad is a great choice. It provides our graduates with a full night of fun activities, substance-free. Safe Grad is a nonprofit organization, so we, do our best to raise funds to provide the children with this great party. So supporting Safe Grad is also a great choice. As a community, what better way to show our kids that we support them in making good choices than to support Safe Grad? And, then it also will show all of the children in town, of all ages, when a parent supports Safe Grad, that they also support good choices. So whether it's an individual or the PTO or a business donation, supporting through our fundraising events like flocking, any family can use our flocking fundraiser. We hope that everyone makes the choice to support Safe Grad.
And I hear that the kids really look forward to it. It's like it's a
great party.
Yeah. That's really awesome. And then we have Cheryl Matarazzo. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
Here, and she's chair of the fundraising committee.
I am.
So do you want to tell us about some of the fundraising that Safe Grad does?
I have a lot of volunteers, and there are some things on the table. If you go into any of the local stores, Bliss, Dry Cleaners, Village Pizza, I gotta remember, there's 7 or 8 out around town. We don't put them in every beauty salon, nail salon, pizza joint. We're not everywhere, but where we are, we solicit any loose change that anybody wants to drop in. So those are out. Those will be out till probably the first week of June.
And it all makes a difference.
Okay.
Everything.
So every little bit, okay.
It all adds up in the end, because once we fundraise, from clothing to some of our merchandise, we have thermal insulated cups, we have the stylist pens. Those are $5. Our apparel ranges from $10 or $12 to $40. That is on the website.
So let me just ask you this. So with all this fundraising, it sounds like you need to raise a lot of money. So it sounds like this is a really big event. And Cheryl, I know that you and I talked about that. It goes from, is it a Friday night you said?
It's the day of graduation.
The day of graduation, okay.
Whenever graduation falls. Without any snow dates, it is scheduled for June 17th.
Okay, so next year, 2014. And you said it goes from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Right.
So I know this year's extravaganza, for lack of a better term, is a secret. But can you tell us what
up until that day?
Up until that day. So can you tell us a little bit of what last year's was like, so that the audience has an idea of what the students are getting, because it's free for them. They don't have to pay to go, right?
No.
They do not pay.
You just have to graduate.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Graduate, and you can come
to the
so,
party.
what was last year's about? Do you know? What did they get? What was...
Well, every year there's differing rooms here in the community center.
Okay.
We go from the ballroom, the fireside room, the gym, the weightlifting room, and there are a couple other smaller rooms that we do use. They're decorated in a theme.
They're completely transformed.
Really?
You would not know if you came in, and you can come in and look when we're decorating. Some people are allowed in. Or you can help. We always need volunteers. We need volunteers to decorate. We need volunteers to pick up food. We need volunteers to help us actually bring the theme to fruition.
Okay. Right. Parents, do you hear that? They need tons of volunteers.
The decorating happens for, I think it's a whole week. It's a week-long process
here,
to transform.
But it's the whole year.
Okay.
We are starting our design right now for every room. We then get whatever our theme is, we start to pick and poke around local stores, or we make lots of the wall hangings or maybe some furniture, whatever we might need.
Okay.
So volunteering is this is what we are. We are volunteers. We are paid. It's nonprofit. Donations from parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, neighbors.
The business community.
The business community helps us so much. Last year, if you want to, I helped with bringing the food in. So I picked up food from lots of our restaurants that donated it. We had food that would have lasted all night. We do serve anywhere from finger foods, snacks, grinders, pizzas, wings. There was sushi last year. And then toward the wee hours, we do pull out the bagels, the breakfast treats.
Right.
There's coffee, there's sodas, there's juices.
We do encourage all parents, but mostly and especially junior parents. We invite them to definitely help, especially with the food, because we as parents of the graduating seniors will be at graduation when all the food is being brought here for the event.
Oh, I see. Got it. And so, Cheryl, you were saying that the parents aren't allowed in the building when the party's going on, or?
Parent volunteers are chaperones.
Got it. Okay.
There will be, at a certain point, a mother, Donna Pallone, is actually our chairperson for chaperoning. She is going to be asking any senior parent. There's junior parents. There are some people who just know about it from either events in the community center. There's some seniors that do activities here that they'll see us working and setting up, and they'll say, we want to help tonight, or we want to help on graduation night. And our parents are posted to keep the children safe.
Right.
Each room has a couple of people. All the doors and exits are guarded because we do not allow them out. It's for their safety. Because there are other seniors that are out there, or other schools that they might have friends. So we do keep them here. Okay. And they are entertained. This is not boring by any means.
Now, is there like music and a DJ?
There is a live DJ. We can't give too much because if kids are watching, it's really fun.
Okay.
I have not heard of any senior in the last 4 or 5 years that I have known seniors, parents and families of kids that have graduated already, that were ever disappointed.
Right. They don't go home disappointed.
That's awesome.
They might go home tired.
Right. Maybe need a nap, right?
Not going home disappointed.
So I know you were saying that there's 308 graduating seniors this year. So
right now, yes.
Say, for instance, that was last year. How many do you think came to this event? What would you say the percentages that would come?
I think it's quite close to 100.
Whoa.
It is.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
I believe that most everybody does come.
That's fantastic.
I mean, you do have people who travel, the next day or whatever, so they, have some other difficulty with their scheduling. But for the most part,
that's fantastic.
It's quite close.
I'm impressed.
And you know what? I heard, especially last year, because I did help decorate, and I helped with the food. And after the fact, when the parents all started to talk about the event after it happened, they did say that their kids were found in a corner or in a different room talking to kids that they hadn't talked to since 6th grade, elementary school.
Yeah.
Because once they get to middle school, you do get into a different group of people. High school, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So the kids that you really grew up in your neighborhood, you don't necessarily always end up, that's who you're friends with when
Right.
you're in high school.
Well,
That's
because there's
true.
so many activities for them at the high school that they
Right.
don't have at the elementary
And
level.
so they did find that a lot of kids reconnected.
Right.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Or maybe that kid that you never were able to approach, this event actually helps that happen.
And that's going to transition them when they go to college because
Yes.
it's all new for them
Yes.
there.
Anywhere, college
Yeah.
or just out in the workforce.
Absolutely.
They need that.
Yeah.
So
let's talk more about the donations. So you've got lots of things for donations because this is a huge event. So we talked about the apparel. So do you want to hold up any of the apparel and we can show the
good
audience?
Quality. Actually, there is online a form under the Safe Grad link on the high school webpage.
Okay.
Over this way.
Sorry.
It's okay.
So this is a sample of the gray color. We do have it in navy. Everything is either in gray
This is
or
long
navy,
sleeve tee.
and then pink for girls. There are pink options.
Pink sweatshirts?
Pink.
I think the pants are pink and blue. There's pants, PJ pants.
There are PJ pants. There are T-shirts. Not sure if the sweatshirt is. I know that we definitely had pink for the Corn Fest.
Okay.
Because we were at the Corn Fest.
So
these
everything
things
just
are
says
good.
Wethersfield, right?
Well, they can get their year embroidered on there as well, their graduating year. So
Oh,
even
okay.
if we're having,
On the sleeve of the sweatshirt, they can have it embroidered.
Okay.
if you're coming back into town after a lot of years and you graduated in 1978 and you wanted to buy yourself a sweatshirt, you could have your
Okay,
year
yeah.
embroidered on it as
And,
well.
Yeah, yeah.
and we did do the apparel with just the W for the hat is just the W. Because we wanted everyone. This isn't just for a high school student.
Right.
Right.
We don't have children's sizes per se, so as far as elementary school kids, your child sizes, we don't have that. We have adult sizes, but we want this to be able to be purchased by anyone in town. I mean, I see, you can, if you want to gift it to, your next door neighbor or your parent if they live in town, or say they live in Windsor. W goes everywhere.
Right.
So
W win, right?
So, you know what? Winner, right, all the way. So,
And what are the price ranges again for the apparel?
I think the hats I think are least expensive. Those start at $12.
Okay.
Our sweatshirts are, and I'm sorry I didn't bring my apparel form, but I believe that is priced at.
Don't say, just because.
Yeah, I don't
What
want
do they
I don't
average?
want to hold myself, but it is on the website. They average
it's
everything
40.
is less than $40.
Okay, so there you go.
Even we have a
Perfect.
stadium blanket. We have.
Does that say Wethersfield too?
Sweatpants. Yeah.
Oh,
everything.
cool.
So,
And
and if
these-
it doesn't have a Wethersfield, it's got a nice W on it.
Right. And
Okay.
these make a great graduating gift for 8th grade students.
Because then they can go
That's
into
right.
the high school and they actually
And they
have
already
a
have their
That's
Wethersfield
right.
shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So-
great.
And we are running that until November 18th so that we can have a delivery for Christmas.
Okay.
We are in talks to have another one in the spring with maybe summery, like springy colors. So maybe a few little more, maybe a short pajama, or for a girl, girl colors, or
Shorts,
maybe
maybe.
tank tops. Just some other. We're mulling around different ideas with the person who we do
Right.
get the supplies from.
Okay. What about your other merchandise? What else do you sell besides the apparel?
Right now we have the thermal insulated cups, and those are $5.
Wethersfield Eagles.
What size are they? Are those 16 ounces?
Looks like.
I believe
like it's
that
16
they
ounces.
are at 16. Unfortunately, we didn't initially order these. This is merchandise that is left over from last year's Safe Grad, and we
So
did
it doesn't have 2013 on it, though, does it?
It is very generic. It
Oh,
says
good.
Wethersfield Eagles. You can do it for your football player, your baseball player, anybody who loves sports, anybody who just knows and lives in town and wants to support the Wethersfield Eagles. but it is for Safe Grad.
I love these for protein shakes.
I have,
so great for protein shakes.
So many of those around my house. They don't perspire, I want to say. They don't get all wet on the
Sweaty,
outside, so you can really enjoy your drink. You know, if it takes you a couple hours to have your iced coffee, which it takes me. So
tell us about these pens. I know you've got these great pens.
This is our new fundraiser. It is a stylist that I use it for my iPad. So
now tell everyone what a stylus is, because I didn't even know what this was either.
What happens is on one end there's a tip, and I wouldn't say it's rubber. It's kind of collapsible. It's not a hard plastic, so it is more on a rubber type.
Yeah, it's like rubbery.
Not so much of a eraser, though. It's not gummy.
No.
And what it does is it allows you to use your electronic device free of your hands and your fingerprints.
See, I love this. This is so great.
I do all my corresponding to all of my
Put it down here, maybe.
Safe Grad people, all my moms that help me, on my iPad. This makes me type so much faster. I scroll through. I play my games. It's just so much. And then my screen is nice and neat.
Yeah.
But
so this is like,
I need to take a note.
And you flip it over.
So I flip it over to the pen. It's the easiest thing. I have one on my counter, so if my iPad is in my docking station, I can just scroll along. I love them. They're $3. That is it.
And they say Wethersfield on them.
They say Wethersfield. We wanted to represent Safe Grad, but we wanted to represent our town. We wanted to make sure that whatever we sell to the community. Because it is the community who is helping our children have this party.
Absolutely.
It's the parents, it's our neighbors, it's our businessmen who don't, or women, businesswomen, that don't live in town, that are the most generous. We have data from all the years past, and it is the businesses and the parents and the neighbor. It's just the folk here that really do help and support. We wouldn't be able to do it.
No.
Absolutely.
Because we don't, we're a nonprofit. We do all of these little selling of merchandise. We have our donation jars. We have our pink flamingos. Talk
about those flamingos. Yeah, talk about that, because
those flamingos.
we were talking earlier before we went on air about those pink flamingos, and I had the wrong impression of them. So let's talk about them.
Okay, so you might wake up one morning and you might see a flock of flamingos, pink flamingos, on your lawn. A neighbor, a friend, even someone who might not like you so much might decide that they want to drop a flock on you. What you do is you contact Nancy Jones. She is my chairperson for flocking, and we will put the birds on the lawn. What we do ask is that if you decide to not flock somebody else, if you could give us a donation of $20, we'll take them off your lawn. We kind of hold the birds hostage on your lawn. So we will take them off whether you give us a donation or not, because we have to flock somebody else. But we would like a donation, and we are requesting $20. If you'd like to flock somebody else, a brother, a sister that might live in town, a best friend, or a boss, anybody, you can then give us the address, put a $25 donation in the envelope that is provided, and we will then, in the coming weeks, flock that person. Right now, we have flocked 115 people in town, so we go from neighborhood to neighborhood. I have done Emerson Williams neighborhoods. I have done Highcrest neighborhoods. I haven't done just seniors. I haven't done just high schools, high school students.
It's anybody.
Anybody can contact Nancy Jones, who there is a link on the Wethersfield High School Safe Grad page.
Okay.
There is a link to flocking. It gives her email address, and it also gives her telephone number. Okay. So you can contact her anyway. So if you want to give her an address She will then make sure the birds are put on that person. You can be anonymous or you can give your name. Some people, they'll think it's funny. Most of the people that I think it's funny. I have 2 cousins in town, so they have been flocked.
We flocked our cousins too.
So,
see, I thought it was only for seniors, graduates. That's
this is
when I found that house. I thought it was kids who were graduating.
For all ages.
Everybody. This is so much fun.
And
I have some people I can flock
we
too.
have done the Board of Education. We have done the principal of the high school. I don't see too many teachers on the list.
But it's just in Wethersfield.
But it is just Wethersfield residents.
And when do you do
That's
it?
a volunteer part too. We have volunteers who actually go out in the wee hours and actually
like
flock.
ninjas in the middle of the night.
That's awesome.
And actually, Nancy is in desperate need of male, female, even responsible high school students who might want to be a flocker for a week. We have so many people who want to be flocked. We don't have enough of us, moms
This
or
is a
dads,
fun family
to flock. My
evening
kids, my
for
son
your
drives.
kids.
Oh my God, I would love to do it. I'll volunteer to do that.
My
I'll take my
son
son. He would love it.
My
It is
son
great.
drives.
It is great.
My daughter and I go, or my husband and I go. We get out of the car. We drop the birds on the lawn with a sign that says Wethersfield Safe Grad. Thank you for donations. And we have a sign that says that. And then we hang a little pink sign in an envelope that gives you directions on what you should do.
Okay.
And an envelope is inside. And you'll find that on your doorknob. As long as I can get it on there somewhere, or one of our other volunteers can get it on the doorknob.
So when do you do this?
That
is it the school year?
This is done right now.
As long as you can get them in the ground.
Okay.
It is a fall until the ground freezes. And if we do have, and we might actually, if it freezes sooner than later, we will have to do it then when it gets warmer, when the ground thaws.
Okay,
So
got
in February, March, when it thaws, we will then be continuing on our list.
So how many houses?
You can put them in the snow, but it's a little difficult if the weather, if
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of snow or
Right.
snow again, then they
But
get buried.
I think we might have to suspend it if there is snowy and frozen ground.
Oh,
It's
that's
just
fun.
that the birds are delicate. They're on little thin poles.
Yeah.
So anything harder than what we're dealing with right now in the cold, we're not going to be able to do it.
That's
But we will
fun.
continue it as long as we have people who are donating and we have names of people.
Okay, so if I wanted to do it, like, say tomorrow, it would cost me $25.
No, you can give us a name. What we do is we are hoping that the person that you flock will start it.
Right.
They start by either just
So
giving
you
us
can
a $20
give us a name
donation.
today, and that person will get flocked, and then it carries on.
So they'll
So
probably flock
don't
you
I
back.
don't I have to pay though first?
You don't have to initially pay, but they'll probably flock you back, especially if you put their name down.
Oh.
They'll probably say, "Oh, I'm going to get Leslie, and I'm going to flock her back,"
Right.
Well, how are they going to know it's me?
because you can put your name.
Oh, I can put my name or be
flock
anonymous.
by,
Right.
or you can be anonymous.
So if I'm anonymous, then I would probably give money first. then.
If you wanted to make a donation,
Okay,
yes.
got it. Oh, okay, so I
And,
see how
and
that
a lot
works.
of moms, I had picked up birds, and one mom ran out and said, "I don't want to flock anybody else, but here's $25."
Okay, got it.
So
That's so fun. I love that.
It is.
and
That's great.
That is our fun one, and we are making a lot of money on it right now.
That's good.
So
good.
I want to say thank you to everyone out there that has flocked so far. They have been very generous, and we are trying very hard to get your
them
next
all out
house
there.
flocked. We have quite a few people left.
So how many do you flock more than one family at a time?
We
do you have enough birds?
We can only flock 5 houses. You'll get a flock of about 7 or 8 birds.
Okay.
And they're not just pink birds.
No.
They're
They're decorated. There's
some of
football
them-
players and cheerleaders.
Really? Oh, okay,
And
cool.
there's witches for Halloween, and
Oh,
there's Santa
cool.
Claus and the Easter Bunny.
Oh, that's great.
My daughter
Clown.
did help to repair some of them when we had them in our possession a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
So, and she decorated a few more. So she's really doing a lot to help us as well. And she's a sophomore, so
Oh, that's great. How
she's
fun.
getting in on it.
That's fantastic.
And then let's
So let's
see.
talk about Sterling Jewelers and those stackable rings.
That is another fundraiser that we had a couple of women that do come to a meeting that thought that this would be a great idea. It's not just for the high school girls or mom. It's for your grandmother, your aunt, anyone in the community. We were lucky enough to partner with a local jeweler in town. It is Sterling Jewelers. They will be donating 50% of all proceeds of any of these rings that were picked out. We picked 5.
Which is very generous.
Yes, more generous than anyone could imagine. We picked out 5 rings, and we tried to stay in the colors of Wethersfield.
Show the camera. That's so pretty.
The women that I shouldn't call girls, the women that started this part of our fundraising committee.
You look like QVC right there.
And I watch a lot of QVC, so I should be good at this.
They look good on you, Cheryl.
They do, with their nice, French manicure.
I believe that it is actually this white ring. It's enamel. That one starts at $22. The most expensive ring is this diamond cut with, I'm not sure what crystal it is, but it is crystal laden in the middle. Those crystals, that ring is $47. Let me look. $47.
So that's the most that any one of the rings are.
That's the most expensive that our group picked.
Okay.
Now you can actually pick a different ring from their catalog,
Okay.
and Sterling is still going to give us the 50%
Okay. Great.
profit.
I like that blue one.
The blue one is beautiful.
This blue one is stunning. My ladies that did, I'm going to get that ring just because you can't take your eyes off of it. It's just beautiful. The enameling is wonderful on here. My daughter has a lot of stackable rings right now. She flipped out when she saw these.
They're beautiful.
Because I got them a few days ago at the house.
Again, it's a great
they
gift.
fit,
Yeah,
and they
it
fit
is.
her, so I'm afraid that I'm going to maybe have to buy all of these for her. So, because she already knows about that.
We'll put them together so we can see how it looks as one.
I don't have a long enough finger, so for me to put it down on my finger, it wouldn't look good.
Oh, that looks so pretty.
That does.
It's just, they really did a great job
Yeah.
at the jewelry store, as well as just working together to pick out something that was cohesive.
Now, what is there? Is there something on November 21st or something, some sizing event or something?
Yes. Sterling has opened up their doors to anyone in town that wants to be sized.
Okay.
It's while the store is open for their store hours. It is a Thursday night, so they are open till 8 p.m.
Thursdays, 9:30 to 8 p.m.
I am not sure if they're going to extend the hours. My representative didn't get back to me before we aired.
Well, we're going to have your contact information
Yes,
on our...
and as soon as we get more information, we will definitely contact.
Okay.
And you don't just have to go on that night.
No,
Oh,
you
okay.
can go in
Anytime.
anytime.
Okay.
They will size you, and then you will
Just
order
let them
your
know
rings.
it's for Safe Grad.
It is a 5 to 10 day turnover, so it's pretty quick. So
Okay.
if you had something coming up, you could actually run down, and they could fulfill your order and get it to you in less than 2 weeks.
Unless if they already had your size, you can get it that night, right?
I believe,
no?
but I'm not sure if they actually have
Keep them
these
in
particular
I
rings
see.
in stock. I
Got
believe it is a special order.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But if you see something in their showcase, you can certainly buy that.
Okay.
Anything that you wanted, if you didn't want those particular colors,
Okay.
say you don't live in, say it's just not your color. They have so many different colors. They
Okay.
even have, not sterling, they actually have gold.
Okay.
That's going to be a little bit more pricey, but they do offer the gold and the stackable rings as well.
But they need to say Safe Grad. This is for Safe Grad.
They need to come in and say we're interested in the Safe Grad
Stackable
rings.
Okay.
Or we want to get buy rings and then the proceeds to go to Safe Grad.
Okay,
Yes.
good. So we
And
need
what's
to make that clear.
happening is we are trying to get a beautiful picture rendition of these rings in a postcard, and we will be mailing them out to especially our high school students,
Okay.
because we would like the high school community to know about this. And if we can, and we can make poster forms, we'll hopefully try to get some of that into businesses as well,
Oh, good.
or leave our postcards around town. But anyway, you can always contact myself or Michelle through any of the links that you guys have put up.
Okay,
And
great.
we
Yep.
will certainly entertain anybody's questions and refer them to either the jeweler, or we will refer them to the person who's actually helping us with this particular fundraising event.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
So now, do we hit all your fundraisers, all the ones that you do? Oh, restaurants. You also do some things with restaurants.
I have one lady who is looking to do a few restaurant dinner nights out. It's usually a Monday or a Tuesday, and I know Wooden Tap is one of the restaurants. On the Border is a restaurant that we also have a partnership with. In the summer, spring and fall, usually we'll do Rita's, Italian Ices. And with Froyo World now open, they have generously said that they will give us a portion of an evening of ice cream sales or yogurt sales as well. We sometimes do Chili's or Fridays. It just depends on if we can get in on a night that we're looking for.
Okay.
So what they're going to do is they are going to start posting through the website as well under restaurants. And I was told she's going to start doing this in November.
Okay.
And then hopefully do it every month.
Right.
And who's she?
She is Diane Dow.
Oh, okay, so she's the chairperson for that
She
committee.
is actually
Okay.
the person who's going to be doing the restaurants, yes.
So-
and she's also my business donations, so you'll be getting the businesses in town. We'll also be getting a letter from her in the weeks to come asking for a business donation as well.
Wow, good for her. That's a lot
I
of
have a
work.
lot of people. My ring lady is actually my family donations letter lady, and she's actually she's mailing those out this week to all of
You guys are doing a lot.
We try to get as much out to the high school, and if we can get it out to the public from something like this,
Right,
or
absolutely.
in newsprint, if we can, we are trying very hard.
So when you say restaurants, they give you a certain percentage
Give
of...
us 10% of the evening sales.
Okay.
If you have usually they have a flyer.
Okay.
They provide us with a flyer. What we do is we can make some up and we leave them in the office, or if we're at an event, we can have a stack of them, or they do have them on the
We'll put them
website.
on the website as well.
Okay.
They will be under, I believe we actually have a separate one that says restaurants, and then you click it open,
Okay.
and it will tell the date that we're having something, and you can print the flyer from
And
there.
it's all through the Board of Ed website, then you go to Wethersfield High School, and then look for Safe Grad.
Yes.
Right.
So all your information will be
It's
there.
all right there,
Okay.
and anybody can access that website.
Okay.
You don't have to be a high school parent or a student.
Wethersfield.k12.ct.us is Wethersfield Public Schools. And you have to go
You
to
got it memorized.
look for
Oh,
for
yes,
high
we
school.
do.
So let's talk about another form of getting money in for Safe Grad is through donations.
Yes.
So I know that you try to get donations through the parents from specifically the seniors.
Yes.
And but also the underclassmen too, because they're coming up, and so it'd be obviously a nice idea for them to contribute a little bit because they're going to benefit as well.
In the years
Their
to
turn.
come, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're going to want people to donate as well.
That's
so,
right. Yeah.
Right. So we ask for any denomination, anything that any family can give. It is a tax deduction. There is a form, and that's included in the letter, and it does specify that we are a nonprofit organization, that their donation is tax deductible. And then there is an address. There's also an envelope that's included in the letter that goes home to the high school students. So it's really easy to make a donation, a check, cash, whatever you can put in is
Anything's appreciated.
welcome. Yes.
And I was saying that I know for my son's school, Highcrest, that their PTO, our PTO, contributes to Safe Grad. So that's important too. So the PTOs will
help
help.
PTO does it. I believe the Board of Education does give us a nice donation. Our businesses.
Yeah, you can't stress that enough.
Right.
You know, I
And we
was
need to thank them.
I was amazed at just the food donations that came in. But when I was on the decorating committee last year, we actually had all of our paint supplies. All the paint was donated
Really?
by someone in town. So it doesn't matter what it is. If it's an item, we are also having a fundraising dance in the spring. It's actually the first day of spring. And we have
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
enormously large and fun raffle.
Right.
Evening is really, it's an evening of raffles.
So where do you get all the raffle prizes?
We get those from our businesses that we ask for donations.
Wow.
So they really
We
do
ask a lot
come
of the
through.
community,
Yeah.
but it's a great event.
I'm amazed at the support and the generosity
It's great.
of everyone in town, not just a business owner, but actually the families. You know, I see what has happened from last year and previous years, and I'm just hoping that we get the same generosity.
Well, it sounds like you've got a good start.
We do. I already had, my
Excuse me.
mother had to go out and collect from the donation jars already, and I only had them out since September 1st. So since
That's
then.
super.
That is great. Good news.
Yep.
That's fantastic. And you said you only have them at like 8 places.
I only have them at 8 places, and so far, I know I had to pick up some money, and it was quite a nice chunk. So,
Yeah.
Makes a difference.
Can't beat
It all
that.
makes a difference.
and since I am in charge of fundraising, it is nice to see some money coming in.
Well, you have a great personality for it.
Well, thank you.
You really do. And because it's not easy to do. I mean, it's hard to ask people for money. It's hard to
It's
ask.
uncomfortable to
It
ask
is.
anybody for anything,
Yeah.
and I am probably the worst person to.
To do it?
Oh, I am.
Really?
I can have a conversation and I can talk up a storm, but to ask somebody for something, help of any sort, I get tongue tied. So.
Yeah, I
This is a
know. I
big
don't like
step,
doing it
so-
either. I don't like doing it either. But it's for, good cause.
Yeah.
308 kids, right?
That's right.
Yes.
They're counting on you guys.
They are. Well, I'm not quite sure they really know what's going on right now.
Yeah, and they're young and
they're
they're
all
teenagers.
looking forward
and,
to it, I'm
yeah,
sure.
oh,
Yes,
absolutely.
yeah.
Because they've heard how the
They're
previous years
already
went,
talking
and
about it,
this
yeah.
is our
They
turn.
do. They definitely have heard about prior events. We do give them a little goodie bag at the end of the evening. We do have raffles that they can win at the end of the evening.
You mean of the dance or the Safe Grad
At our
night?
Safe
dance
Grad
for our kids.
Okay.
Yeah, so we
Wow.
do
Go all
give
out.
a lot. As long as we have it to give, we give it. We give it back to the kids. It's
So-
all for the kids.
When you have your budget and you do all your fundraising and your donations, so you spend everything. So you have your expenses, and it's all allotted for then all your donations and
It is, but we always have to leave $2,500 for the next incoming
We
class.
do help the next class out.
So they start out with a
Yes.
little bit. That's
right,
great.
so everyone
Yes.
starts out with
With
a little
something.
bit.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
And it
Still, that's a
helps.
lot of money.
It is.
2,500. So you
It
must
is.
have a big budget.
And then they also get whatever we have left over that we didn't sell. Because unfortunately, sometimes we do buy things and we do have merchandise left over. So they do get a startup so that when the Corn Fest comes around, which is something that we did do this year, is we had some merchandise that we did sell. We had some of our cups to sell. And we had some Pandora-like beads
I remember those. Yeah.
that were
sold
they're
those.
etched with WHS.
Yeah.
And we still have a few of those left, and we have been selling those too.
Okay. You still have some left?
I still have some left
Okay.
of those too. So if anybody is still into Pandora and has some room on their bracelets or the necklaces that they have, we do have those too. So
What's that price? Do you know?
they are $5 now because I just have a few left, and I would like to
Oh.
get rid of that fundraiser.
When you
so we
say a
can
few,
get some-
how many is a few? Just 3 or like 10? Or?
I have about 90 left.
And they're $5 each?
$5 each.
Oh.
Yep. And they're beautiful. They're really
very
nice.
pretty.
They're
Yeah.
really, really nice. Yes.
That's really nice. WHS, right?
At WHS.
Wow, $5. That's really good.
Thank
I'll have
you.
to get the word out.
Yes.
Okay, so let's recap. So,
Okay.
Well, I have actually.
Yeah, go ahead.
We are currently working on the first annual Move and Meditate Family Fitness Fair and Exercise Extravaganza.
wow.
This is brand new.
For Safe Grad?
For Safe Grad, it's
Okay.
going to be a fundraising event. We have the community
Say it again
center.
one more time. What is it?
Move and Meditate Family Fitness Fair
Okay.
Exercise Extravaganza.
Wow. Okay. That's awesome.
And we are working with local people to come and donate their time, like boot camp, Zumba, yoga. And what it will be is we're going to hold it here at the community center. Right now we have March 2nd set for our date. We're just kind of starting to nail down all the details. And hoping to get people involved and excited with that because, you know, sometimes through the winter you don't get out very much. So we're hoping by March 2nd people will come out as a family. And
is that an evening?
it's going to be a Sunday
Sunday.
afternoon.
Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon.
Probably a time right after.
Right after
most of the masses.
Masses and
Got it,
lunch.
okay.
Whatever religion you are,
Right.
you will be able to come after a mass, and we'll have different sections, I believe, of the community center. We may have to have boot camp in the gym, and we may have yoga
In a different room
a
and-
quieter area.
Right,
with
definitely,
Zumba
yeah.
in
Right.
a different area.
Now, will it be like at different times? Like,
That's what we're working on, the
Okay.
details, so that hopefully if you wanted to come and take advantage of all of the activities that we have, then you can.
But
So
it'll
that's
be
what we're working
a
on.
couple of hours. It's not going to be
Right.
a 3 or 4 hour.
Right,
And
right.
it's going to be
Probably
a
more on
short,
the level of,
right.
you know,
There'll be short little bursts of
right.
if Zumba's
trying
normally
these.
like, you know, an hour, it might be, you know, a half-hour class.
Right.
And yoga,
Okay.
instead of maybe an hour and 45 minutes, it might be closer to maybe, you know,
45 minutes or
45
something, yeah.
50 minutes. And we do have area instructors that are we're trying to get
We're
their
working
time
with them
donated,
now,
so.
and trying
Oh.
to work out all the details. But we're hoping that
And
that's
children will
gonna-
have one prize, and
Right.
I believe an adult will have another prize.
And is
And affordable, because we want everybody to try to come, the
Right.
whole community, the whole
Mm-hmm.
town.
is pre-registration required, or just
we'll
pay
have-
when you come? Or?
Yeah, we'll have more details
Okay.
coming up. We haven't. I mean, we actually haven't even had our first committee meeting yet. That is
Okay.
happening on Monday.
That's
But I
great.
just wanted to
It's
make
an
sure
idea
we
that
got
we're
the
working
word
on
out
for the next
because we
yeah.
do actually have. We do. You know, we are.
You have some
it's
interest,
coming along.
obviously.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's coming along.
Oh, that's
And we
fantastic.
normally do a Zumba event for Safe Grad.
Yeah.
Every year we do have an instructor who actually does work at the community center and has a Zumba class. And for the last few years, she has donated her time, and we charge a nominal fee for anyone who wants to attend that particular class. And we've raised a few $100s when she
I hope
does
we can
that.
get Barbara Bellis.
So-
She's from she does a class over at the community center. She's amazing. And I hope you have like chair massages, because I love that.
Oh, that's one of the ideas.
Oh
so
my
we'll
God,
have
that's
to
so
let you
great.
know.
You never know if you go get a manicure or pedicure.
And what will
That's so
happen
nice.
is this will go home to the elementary schools and the
Good.
middle school as well. I try to get anything that we can gear toward the community at home to them through their websites.
Okay, good.
And of course, all of the proceeds will go to Safe Grad. So everyone will be contributing to our event.
To seniors.
Yes.
Hey, one last thing though, because you talked about the dance, and that's separate from the Safe Grad night. That night,
Right,
that they
that
have.
is just a mom and a dad or your neighbors
Okay.
or your friends.
It's not the kids. It's not the students.
No,
No.
there's 250 places, I believe. We do set up in the community center right here. We have, I believe it's live music. That, and again, is something that is in the
the works,
process,
okay.
but we do have a date. So that's
There's
March,
a committee planning that event right now.
March 22nd.
Okay.
And it's from 7 to 11 p.m. What that is you bring everything. You bring your appetizers, dessert. So if you have a table that you've gotten together,
Everyone brings something.
you bring the wine. You can bring.
Oh, so you don't have to pay for any of that. You have people who's...
What happens is
You buy a seat.
you buy your ticket
Right.
and you bring.
It's
You bring
BYO,
your it's
whatever.
BYO everything is what I
Right.
called it on our flyer that we have here.
Oh, BYOE.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, my
Except
God.
for cups and plates and napkins and
think that's all supplied.
drink setup.
Right.
So if you're a scotch and soda, I guess we'll have the soda. I think we have water and maybe sodas.
Right.
So we have
That's like that cabaret
but-
theater in Berlin. Have you ever been there?
No.
And you bring your own food.
So if
You bring your own food and you
right,
watch
so
the
if you,
show.
If you want a light supper, I suppose you and your group of table friends you get together with whoever you're sitting with,
Yeah.
and then you figure out, is it just going to be appetizers? Do we want dessert too?
Right.
Somebody loves Chardonnay. Somebody likes their,
Yeah.
Sicilian red. So
And then
they'll
you don't
bring-
have to worry about cleaning up at your house.
Right, exactly.
And
So they each
I heard
pay for a
last
ticket.
year's was a blast,
Yeah.
and we actually have a mom who's on our committee this year who had a graduating senior a few years ago, and it's a dance that people in town go to even if they don't have
A graduating senior.
I was going to ask
even
you about
somebody in
that.
high school.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I guess, and I've never gone, but I've heard it is a blast.
Okay.
So
Oh, wow.
I'm
fun.
looking forward to it this year
Absolutely.
because I have a reason to go.
I know, right?
So I'm looking forward to it. Got my table people already in my mind.
Yeah, but you probably know the people over to the table to your right, to your left, so they may have
Well,
something there that you like.
My husband actually graduated high school from many of the people who my son is so their parents. So
Right.
He's got a lot of friends in town. I'm not from town, so
Right, me neither, so.
yeah. But so that is our final fundraiser that we have scheduled. And that is actually the fundraiser that brings in the most money for us.
Oh, really?
Beside donations from families and businesses.
Because we
Wow.
do have the raffles.
raffles.
Oh, okay.
We have silent auctions and we have golf matches. In different country clubs will give us packages. We have golf clubs. We have Red Sox. We've had in the past Red Sox tickets, Yankee tickets. We've had some really fantastic donations of prizes, and people flock for the raffles.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so should we recap and just we'll run down your fundraisers so that people know that you have the...
Well, actually, I think first what
What?
we might want to tell everybody is that Safe Grad meets the first Monday of every month here at the Fireside Room at the Community Center at 7:30 p.m.
So
And
you
I
have a meeting
think
coming up then?
We do
We
have a
do
meeting
on
coming
Monday.
up.
On Monday, okay, so at 7:30.
Yeah, I think that's
7:30.
probably something that we really need to get out is
there.
that we welcome anybody parent, but any senior parent,
right.
who would like to help with their graduating seniors
Or
event.
junior parents so that they get to know what it's
Right.
all about because they're going to be
Yeah,
doing this next year.
it's going to be handed down.
Right.
So November 4th, Monday at 7:30 p.m. at the Pitkin Community Center, you're going to have your...
Fireside room.
The Fireside Room. What room is that exactly?
One in the back
one-
off of the ballroom.
Oh, okay,
Kind
yeah.
of towards
yep.
the front of the building
Right.
when you're driving down Greenfield Street.
So it's next Monday, there's a meeting at 7:30 for Safe Grad, and then your next one after that is December 2nd.
Yes.
Correct.
So every first Monday of the month
Right.
through even June, you
Yes.
still have,
We
you,
still
you have that
we
final
have
one.
to. We have to because we're still planning things and getting donations in. So
Right.
we're busy all the way to that night.
That night, which was, would you say June 17th?
Right now it's June 17th if we don't get
June
any snow.
17th. June 17th. I think we're going to get some snow if last year was any indication.
Felt like snow today.
I know.
That's a very nice day though, June 17th.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
What day is it?
Well, actually, it's my birthday, but
Oh, wow.
nice to be celebrated.
Yeah, right?
Is it a Tuesday? I don't know. It might be a Tuesday.
And hopefully this year, the kids, I was reading an editorial, and I think it might have been Wethersfield Life, that some of these kids are still so bent out of shape about how it all happened last year where they couldn't speak. And so,
Yeah, that was a hard thing for not only the children, but the parents and grandparents of those kids that were actually supposed to speak. So it was, I believe that they're going to let the kids speak first, I think.
Yeah. Always got to have plan B.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Always plan B.
But you know what, when the thunderstorms are rolling in, I think everybody just...
Yeah, it's inevitable.
Just wanted to get out of there?
I think that there were,
End of June,
circumstances
6
beyond
o'clock.
anybody's control.
Right.
So.
Yeah, a shame.
But
though.
our party still goes on, rain or shine.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yep.
All right, so Safe Grad. It is a substance-free party for all graduating seniors of Wethersfield High School. It's projected to happen on graduation day, which is June 17th, 2014. And Cheryl and Michelle are the chairpeople for Safe Grad, with many other volunteers. You said you have a committee of about 20?
20, I'd say 25.
Yeah, but they need more volunteers.
And it does get bigger toward the end. We do get more people that decorate
For
that
chaperones
week.
and decorating,
chaperones,
so
yeah.
we do still need a lot of people.
Right. Well, a lot of people probably think it's the beginning and they're not graduating yet, you know, but you always need more volunteers. Yeah. So the fundraisers that you do are the flamingo flocking. Anyone in town can do it. If you want to flock your neighbor, it doesn't have to be a graduating senior. You've got your apparel sales that we looked at, and the Sterling Jewelers. Mm-hmm. We've got the stackable rings. We've got the restaurants they've got that they're working on, and you go to the website, the Wethersfield High School Safe Grad, and you'll see a list of the restaurants.
Yes.
And then, you know, these other accessories, these kind of things too, the pens. And then they've got that big dance on March 2nd.
March 22nd.
March 22nd. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
That's
March 22nd, which is a big thing. And that information comes out on the website as well.
Everything, once it comes to fruition, we have everything in concrete, writing, we will definitely put it on our website.
Okay.
And then you'll find it around town at local businesses. We'll have signs up.
Okay.
Our businesses do support us, and they do allow us to hang flyers and everything else in there.
Great.
So.
We do update the website after every meeting, so probably on November 5th. Things will be...
There'll be more information
More
on there.
information.
Oh, good, good. And then donations from anybody. They're looking from donations from parents, underclassmen, parents from the underclassmen, and any parents who, you know, if you have younger kids and they're going to be going into the high school, you know, what do they say? Bring it forward. What's that expression?
Pay it forward.
Pay it forward, like Oprah says, right? And then the local businesses, you can't stress that enough. You're both saying that. They're just
Without
so helpful.
their support, we would not be able to do what we do.
Right.
Yeah.
For the kids.
And then, of course, the Board of Ed, you said, helps, and then some of the PTOs. So, so you've got it really going on. You've got it all covered.
We do. We just want to make sure that everybody knows that we are up and about, and that
we are very thankful.
we are very
absolutely.
thankful, and that we, you know, anything that they want to purchase or a monetary donation is welcome, and we're here. And on our website, there are different people that they can contact for any of the stuff that we did talk about.
And, of course, your information is going to be listed on our screen, so they can call or email you.
Right. Great.
And I know, Cheryl, that you said that you were working on the Facebook page. So you do have a Facebook page.
We do
but
have a Facebook
It's kind of a work
page.
in progress kind of thing.
It is. It is. I don't think we have very many friends yet, so that's something that we have to work on.
Yeah.
I think it's WHS Safe Grad 2014, something like that.
I believe it is. There is an old one from previous years.
You have to look for 2014.
So you do have to look for 2014.
Yeah, because I told you I found the 2013 one,
Yes.
and
It's
but that's
actually
not.
just the graduation hat in black,
Okay.
which is a symbol that you might want to look for when you click on first. But it is 2014. It does say that, I believe.
Okay. Anything else you both wanted to say before we wrap up?
I think we have covered it, and thank you so very
much.
much.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show, and best of luck with all your fundraising. And I'm serious about the flocking. I will be willing to help if you need
Great.
someone to put them out on.
Great,
on some
and I know
routes.
she does, so I have her number here. So
Yeah, that really be
Like
fun.
I said, what a great way to show your son that you support Safe Grad, which is a substance-free party for seniors.
Absolutely.
And
He would love to do
great.
it. That's the
That's right.
thing. He would have
That's
so much
right.
fun doing it, especially
but
if
you
it's...
do have to do it at night, so I'm not sure what time he goes to bed.
Ah, that's true.
So you might be stuck doing it alone.
Well, it might be, maybe it could be
Or
a
an
special
extra
night.
neighbor or a friend, anybody.
date night.
Yeah, could be a special night. I let him stay up late.
It is
really late.
It is fun. It is fun. I have to say, especially when there is a little light on in the front still.
Well, watch me get caught.
And you sneak up. I did get caught by one lady.
The worst part are the motion lights.
Oh, I know. I have that. But anyway, thank you so much, Cheryl
Thank
and
you.
Michelle, for being on the show, Better Wethersfield.
Thank you again.
And if you want to come on again, if there's anything else you want to talk about, we're happy to have you. Best of luck with your fundraising. And that's going to end our show for tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Good night, everyone.